sunrise. I'll give up all of my life and all my family and friends. They never let me shine, shine, shine. Nothing else will matter on this golden platter, yeah, yeah. No worries for the rest of my life. I cannot wait to watch it happen to me. When I'm finally famous, I'll be glad I'm famous, yeah. I'll probably do the same, like make my bed, but they'll say, damn, you made it. Maybe I'm just compensating for the love I missed when my dad was cheating. Man, this goes way too deep. I don't got time, I know what I need. High up on the mountain top, looking down at all I've got. This whole world is made for me, don't you dare tell me that it's not. No more issues, no more problems. Pay enough and I can solve them. Sky of angels in my pocket, free at last. Now death is conquered.
All right, THL, we back. It is Friday. Hope everybody's rest and relaxed for the week that just passed. Short week that it was. I'm your host, Saku. So, welcome to Friday Night Fights. Can spit it out anyway. I'm joined by my good pal, Rach Jammies. How you doing, Rach Jammies?
Doing good.
All right, so we have one
So,
match tonight. So that match is going to be a Pro Series match.
yep.
So we have some bands in, but I'll let Righteous Jammies kind of rifle through the deck list real quick. So I'll put that on screen.
Yeah. So, Nice Jewish Owl versus Wild 9. Nice Jewish Owl is bringing Naga Mage with Sif for the OTK. Mech Rogue, which is interestingly bringing a containment unit. Nature Treant Druid, which is banned by Wild 9. Control Warlock, which is running a Viper. And then Wild 9 is bringing Relic Demon Hunter, Arcane Hunter, Mech Rogue, and Rainbow Mage, with Mech Rogue on Wild 9 being banned, and in the Arcane Hunter opting to run a cat trick for the second secret.
So
overall, I would say, at least in my opinion, Wild 9 is favored, just because mostly due to the matchup with Hunter. In most of these decks, you have to get the Warlock into the Hunter.
yeah, it seems a little rough with NJO coming into this match. But as we all know, if it was based off of stats and not players' abilities and luck,
Yeah.
I should say fortune, we'll say. So,
yeah.
but so yeah, not really a mage. Mage seems to be a presence still, and I'm kind of curious why. I guess maybe if you could help explain why. I've been out of touch with Hearthstone for the last couple of days. Apologize. So what Mage does.
Yeah. So at least in my opinion, the regular Sith Mage hasn't really fallen off like at all. Even though the play rate and play percentage and like win rate suggests otherwise, it really hasn't fallen off at all. Especially in Top Legend, it's still very good. You just need to know how to pilot it, which is why I would assume the win rate is so low on like HS replay. And same thing with your Nice Jewish Owls Naga mage running the Sith package and all that. It's basically the same thing, but you're trying to combo off super early, all in one turn, and get as much spells as you can to just unload as fast as possible.
All right. So I'm just going to double check with the players, make sure that they're ready to go. For our viewers there, excuse me, Wild9 is going to be first for the casters to spectate. So it'll be at the bottom of your screen with a nice Jewish owl, or NJO, as you may hear a few times. Be at the top of the screen. So both teams at three and 0 in the series so far. So undefeated teams going head to head in a cross conference battle. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and while we're bringing up the stats, I should also mention that each team this week is 0-0, so this is going to be the first match of the week. Collegiate Retirement Home with 64, CMU with 52 points, respectively.
So, in your opinion, if your team starts off strong, I guess like with a weak first match win, do you feel it's a momentum thing for the rest of your teammates?
Honestly, I kind of feel the opposite personally.
Okay.
Like, for me, I know that I don't enjoy it more when there's more pressure put on me. But if I get the win, or if I wind up being one of the last people to play the match, and I wind up like doing well, that's when the momentum starts to come in. When it's like it's all on this last match that I'm in or someone else is in. That's when I think it's more momentum based.
Okay, fair enough.
That's match by match, you know.
Yeah. All right, so we're in game right now. We have Wild9 bringing Mage, and well, look at that, it's a mirror. NJO bringing a.
Yeah, mage first mage.
Mention the Mage.
I expect Wild9 to probably just full keep, maybe dropping the Inquisitive Creation. And Nice Jewish Owl, hard mulliganing for the Spite Lash Siren. And Owl going first, picking up the Resistance Aura, which is pretty good in this matchup, I would think, just because of the, Lotheb on for 2 mana that last 3 turns. It's pretty good. So, yeah. I expect that we'll see that towards the later ends of the game, maybe towards turn 4 onwards. So that way we can get their typically mid to late game spells higher costed, make them waste more mana. So I would not expect Jewish Owl to play this. Yeah, he's not going to. I was about to say I wouldn't expect him to play it super early. But from Wild9, we did see the Arcane Worm, adding the Arcane Bolt to hand, with a very nice top deck of the Radiant Elemental. Picking up, honestly, none of these are super good. I would probably take Lunar Eclipse for the 1 mana discount.
Yep. Plus, obviously, the Mage doesn't throw a lot of.
Yeah, the 3 damage.
Yeah. Well, I guess in the Nice Jewish Owl side of things, it does have more minions than spells, I would say.
Okay, so NJO clearing off the Arcane Worm with hero power. It's probably just a Cosmic Keyboard phase and pass.
Exactly.
Turn here from Wild9.
Yep.
It's really just a waiting game for the most part on Wild Nine's end, as far as I'm aware. So that way you just wait till they pop off, and then you try and clear their board as much as you can. Especially their key cards like Spitelash Siren. It's very important that you clear that as soon as they play it. So.
For our viewers out there, this match is Conquest style. In Pro Series, it's open deck list, so the team's players actually get to see what each other's bring. So makes it interesting. I'm a fan of the open deck list myself, but I know closed deck lists have a little bit of secrets or little text that you can add in to throw off the opponent. So Wild Nine just hesitating whether to throw that 2 damage to face or not. So
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that you would ever do that is whether or not you're thinking about coining out Lady Nazjar soon.
mm-hmm.
But with that Resistance Aura coming out, making it basically impossible, you have to wait till turn 5 to play it instead.
Objection would be good here, maybe.
Because I want to say Objection or Arcane Bolt here, yeah. As Arcane Bolt's gain 1 mana, and Objection is same cost because it was a Vast Wisdom.
So I guess the only question I have is why would, maybe it was just I didn't catch why NJO picked the Gateway out of his selections.
He has Amalgams in his deck, so it reduces the cost of whatever he draws.
Okay. I'm new here, folks, so. What is this game? Why am I broadcasting it?
All right. If Wild Nine tempos out Inquisitive Creation here, I think that kind of spells the end.
Yes.
So I would not recommend that at all. I think it's, again, just go face and pass.
Ping, go face, yep. So.
Yeah. But Wild Nine, I think, just contemplating about playing it, hovering over it every now and then, dragging it out.
It's just 3-4 stats, I think. Maybe that's what he's doing, maybe.
I mean, yeah, it's 3-4 stats, but you really need to save that in this matchup, I think.
So here comes the Seafloa.
Yeah, it also reduces the cost of Inquisitive Creations, because I forgot that was a card in hand, and the deck, and it's a mech.
Right.
Yeah.
Some big brain there by NJO.
Your own.
Yep.
Here, it's probably just tempoing out your 5/5 and clearing off your opponent's 3/4. So that way, next turn, you can play... Is this one more turn, right? Yeah, so that way next turn you can play your Elemental Inspiration if you have to. Although it's not ideal, you could. Okay, going face works too. Force them to trade.
Mm-hmm.
But another Inquisitive Creation here does clear the board. Then you can, yeah. Or you can just pop off, that works. So yeah, you do have the Spell Coiler in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Though, actually you have Arcane Shadow. You have Arcane and Shadow in hand. So you can reduce your Wisdom by 2. Then, depending on how much mana you have left afterwards. Nope. But you will increment your other Inquisitive by 1 and go face.
Alright. Wild Nine doesn't really have much built up in those inspirations. Just 1?
No, not really. But you can always just try and gain armor, summon a 6-drop, and then...
Yeah.
So, like, you could Arcane Artificer, ping a Inquisitive Creation and coin out your Lunar Eclipse to inspiration for a... it's either going to be a 1 or it's going to be a 2 summon. And you also get the 6 mana and 6 armor. Unless it reduces cost. Or you just get a 6-drop. That works too.
Yep.
Because you do have a second one in hand, so that does make sense. Alright, playing the Spite Lash Siren here. I would take the rewind.
Yeah,
Yep.
rewind is nice.
Yep. And then we draw, hoping to hit more Nagas. Like
And
that.
like,
That's really good.
and you rewind and
Take the Discovery. Or that. Yeah.
another Naga.
But you do have to have... Oh, I don't even know what he picked. Objection. Wow. This is on spell, so take Infinitize first. Yep.
Shooting star is cheap, okay. But
Yeah.
like we've seen is Gateway.
Yeah, because this will draw the Amalgam. Give him another refresh for either 1 or 0 mana. Okay, that'll be for 1 mana.
Make space on the board to make
And
more
then-
Nagas.
Yep.
And this is just a
Wisdom
going off.
goes down. And you just have to hope that you can clear this as a Wild 9. But it's seemingly unlikely. Because you already used your one of your mechs, so
Yeah.
not much you can do here. At least not from my point of view, at least. I think best bet is to coin into Artificer, into Elemental Inspiration. And just hope. Or you can Arcane Artificer and Cold Case. Because you really need that armor here, I think.
Well.
Or do none of the above. Oh, because you need...
Ping.
That makes more sense, actually, because you do need to clear the Spitelash Siren. Oh, I'm so smart today.
It's okay. So
Can you tell that I've had... Never mind.
So NGA will bring out some Fireball or Solid Alibi. Counterspell. I mean, they're all pretty good choices.
I would
except
take Fireball.
Yeah.
This is 3, 6, 10, plus another however many spells you cast. It's at least 12. And then there's the Fireball for 12 plus 6, 18. That's not counting your 1 mana Vicious Slither Spear.
Yep.
So
may look like NGO is going to the yard.
you could go in for the Savara here just to add. It does have hand space for it. So yeah. That's what he's going to go for. Re-adding the Infinitize and Frozen Touch to hand.
Yep.
Just deciding to take the rest face.
There's Wild Nine's Infinitize.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have to play it here just to hopefully hit something good here. Keyboard first makes sense. Actually, it's fine. Yeah.
Any
If
rush?
you have enough.
No rush.
Now, even if you don't, it's still fine now that I think about it, because you just trade your 3/4, your 4/3 into a 3/4. You trade one of your minions to see where it hits. Or you can just go face.
We're not really taking into account
They're
that.
all just seeing something I don't.
That's right, yeah. I think NGO's got it lethal here now.
Not yet, but he has it set up
6,
with his
7.
Solid Alibi. He should Alibi here. Unless I'm blind, which I am, because I forget he has a board. I'm very blind. He definitely had lethal set up there.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Just the way NGO was kind of doing his plays. It's like, okay, he had lethal. Coming back into it, but still, NGO with...
I was just staring at his hand. Didn't pay attention to the board at all.
What board?
Yeah, exactly.
So, unfortunately for...
See, look, there's no board on the screen now.
That's right, it's all gone. All right. So what's
All right, so it's 1-0.
so we got NGO that has Rogue and Warlock next, and or Warlock.
Yeah, now that Mage is actually out of the way, it seems like it's almost like a 50-50 chance now, but
Mm-hmm.
the green is 50-50, but the like if you were to add up all the percentages, I think it would now be favored in NJO for his I guess point of view.
Mm-hmm.
English is hard.
Tonight, being Friday night, of course, it's hard.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So
All
Wild Nine
right.
coming back with a Mage with NJO's Warlock.
Yeah. I think against Mage you want to keep Dirty Rat. You should probably drop the Defile.
And what's the other card?
And the rest of it's just to keep.
Okay.
Because Dirty Rat's good early game if you
Oh.
hit one of their low cost minions.
Full
And
Molly.
obviously, if you hit Sif, it's just nutty.
Yeah. Well, you did a full mulligan instead. So
Yeah. And I think now he's not necessarily getting punished for it, but it's just he got a bunch of high cost cards and an Ignis that he can't really use.
I see Wild Nine Forge the Molten or
Yeah.
do the Prismatic. Prismatic, okay.
Honestly, I
Avius.
think I could see him take Habeas.
Yeah.
Just for you can use one of your Sifs, and if he doesn't get through, hope that you roll it on your Habeas corpses and try and OTK the next turn or something.
Right. It's just as good as
you
the
could also just go for the draw.
reverberations. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I think you just take the impending catastrophe. Yeah. Just the Habeas corpses was an interesting way to go.
Mm-hmm. You just get automatic
Here,
draw.
I expect him to just tap and pass.
You get tour guide and
If he
tap.
wants to, he can obviously.
Okay.
He could coin tour guide if he wanted to, but it's just mana efficient.
Norganon.
Organon might actually be pretty good in this matchup, just because of the amount of cards that they typically hold in hand. Don't want them to be too high costed, so Organon just adding on a bunch of tax to that seems pretty good.
It's good for Force of Wills here with that Anubiseth in hand for the next turn.
Prismatic coming down from Wild 9. Probably just taking Harmonic Disco because you have Frost in hand. I'm sorry, in deck. So I would expect a Harmonic Disco just to come down for next turn. Yeah. And just force the Molten Rune.
So Wild 9 with a little bit better hand this turn. this match.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you there. That last match was a bit rough for Wild 9.
All right.
I think you have to Molten Rune the 7/6 here.
Yep.
You could look for a taunt off the disco, but it's unlikely. So it's I don't think you want to really play with your life total this early on against Warlock, if I'm being honest.
No taunt.
Yep. I mean,
But
no, you don't want to take Bubbler. Yeah.
I was gonna say Bubble
I
would
was
be
thinking about
interesting.
maybe Bubbler, but Defile just clears it no matter what.
Right, because of the 1 damage. That's right.
Yeah. And now Nazjar is a fire.
Right.
So you can clear the opponent's taunt next turn with your Nazjar. And then you can so that's 5. And you have how many from hand? 3? 2. Don't really know because you can't fear both of them. I think it's probably just Nasdra into the 7/6, and then you play your arcane.
Right.
To reduce damage taken, but then you just summon another one from Forge of Wills. Or they trade for you. That works too. Makes it real easy.
Next turn,
Now you
7/2.
can just use your Arcane Bolt
Mm-hmm.
and reduce. Yeah, I think it's just always Arcane Bolt here. And then you play your Nazjar. Because that way you can get ahead on board.
Yep.
And reduce cost of spells in hand.
And that's what Wild 9 elects.
Yeah. For once, I am agreed with, or I don't know how to word that, but they agree with me for once.
That's right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You're playing with Wild 9 remote control. That's what it is.
Yes, absolutely.
All right,
I can
NGO.
even predict what they're going to do next turn.
Ooh, did he pick a 5 or a 10? I guess we're on.
I did not see. I think it's a 5.
I was going to say, okay.
Which does make sense, honestly. Yep. Just the you get to turn 10 against Mage, probably already losing, like because they have Sif in hand likely.
Yep.
And if they don't, then you're just behind on board. And if you're not, then you're winning.
And that axe, just for viewers, is lifesteal and gain 4 armor, so very beneficial for a warlock.
And that top deck might be pretty good here. Trading first, looking for the movement of Wrath.
Yep.
If he gets it, and did not
Does
get
not.
it.
Nope.
Movement of Pride, taking up Gigafin. That works too.
Kick it broken.
Absolutely.
But it's answered.
Yeah, it's an answer from hand with the Molten Rune. But it does develop a taunt at least, so. Or worst case, you just play the Norganon. Yeah, that makes sense actually, just that way you don't waste spells.
There you go.
Reverb does actually make more sense because then you get the taunt body. Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I neither did I. I always forget Colossals do that. Colossals and Titans now too. Reverb and Amon Thule, and you're just all set. Alright. Pointing out the Sargeras, taking everything into the portal.
Yep.
At least I would hope he's taking everything into the portal.
Nah. Twisting Nether it is.
Yeah. Twisting Nether with a silence. Because that's how that works. No death rattles get triggered. And Reborn doesn't either. Which I did not find out until recently.
Oops.
Yeah. I think you have to use your Norgadon here. And
go face.
Like, set up a clear for it next turn. Actually, no, because you have enough mana for it next turn anyway. So you would just, Cosmic Keyboard and Cold Case. So next turn you have 10 mana anyways, so you can clear it next turn no matter what. So because it's gonna stay up for another turn anyways. So
right.
You just have to leave it up for a turn. Now you just pass after hero powering.
So, expecting the 3/2s to be a 3/4s with taunt.
I mean, I don't really think that's necessary in this matchup because they're not typically trying to push damage to your face through board state. They're typically trying to do that through spells in hand and Sif.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm being honest, if I was NJO here, I would just summon the 6/6s.
Does he run out of board space? Oh, yeah.
Well, you can always trade into the 4/4 or the 2/2s.
Oh, unless it gets picked
But
off,
now you
then.
just summon.
And he went with the 3/4 option.
Okay. Did you know? It's a new planet to burn.
I know now. Ooh, some
Yep,
reverberations
that's what
in the
they
void.
say. Reverb is very good here. So I think it's unfortunately there's no twisting nether again in the Sargeras. It's already been used, but you just reverb and then
Ping.
Organon or ping, yeah. Okay, Wild9 opting to ping instead of Norgan on it.
That's 9 mana for next turn there for Norganoniac. Don't think he has lethal though, right? So 6, 12.
Ooh, movement of Sloth is good here. But yeah, it's definitely just a Prison of Yogg. Go face, see what happens off the Yogg. And then afterwards, maybe you Movement of Sloth. A Tentacle, maybe. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of viable play options here. Okay, so that is opting to not hit the worst target, which is good.
Yep. Which would have been a 3/3, but
Yes.
yeah, summon a biggin.
Okay, so he plays. Yep, summons the. What is that even called? Board Doom Lord. The more you know.
And
I have never hovered over that card until now.
now we know.
I just know it's a 6/6 reborn. So Arcane Artificer getting countered,
And
leaving Wild9 with very little plays to even go for.
yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Deal 5 damage to clear. Yep.
Ping it. Wild9 on the back foot.
Yeah. Yeah. Not having too many cards in hand or deck. Looking for a Sif, but with so it's a 1 in 14.
So whiff on the
Even
Sif.
if you do get the Sif, it's still just a little bit off, I think.
That's gross.
So next turn, debating on whether or not you even want to clear an Organon here, just because of like, I mean, I guess I don't know. There's so many different play options that you have here as Nice Shell that it's just you could choose to go all face, but trading here clears board. Like, there's so many options.
Hey, a couple rushies.
Yeah, unfortunately though, the minions that you're clearing are just going to come back next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is clearing off the Doomkin. So it's 3, 7, 10. 10 damage. And now you have your second Forge of Wills for your imposing Anubisath.
Dirty rat just to be annoying.
Dirty Rat just to summon another taunt.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just all face here.
Save the swing of the weapon. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
he's gonna go a Qualid Defile. Interesting.
Why worry about a board when a board
Actually,
doesn't
yeah,
have to
that
be
does
there?
make sense. Yeah, that checks out. I was wondering why he was going to do that, but then I remembered Twisting Nether is a card that he has on board. And then obviously you have your Anubis Sath in hand as well as Forge of Wills. So.
Mage is now Hunter, and Wild 9, unfortunately,
Running out of steam.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to play your Molten Rune here and just hope.
Ugh.
Kindness Plating's not bad.
And
I mean, this
destroy all
seems
minions.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's going to go out of range when you play your Anubis Sath. Oof. Yikes. Yeah, you just play that here as NJO.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. Okay. Actually, yeah, you're out of cards in hand, so that makes sense. Just try and set up lethal. So now it doesn't matter what they top deck, because they have just one Rend League generated card in hand.
That'll clear the board.
Yeah.
But
It will.
where is Sif? Where is Sif?
It's going to be in the next two draws for
If
Wild
NGO
9.
blasts, that will count. So 1 be the first card that burns, let's say. Nope.
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 Nope. Nope.
I do see the legendary board
Nope.
here, though.
And nope. Okay.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Bottom 4. Way to go, Wild 9. You are going to be the winner.
Don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate.
He's going to rip
But
that anyway. So
yeah.
see if Sif is
So
going to be
it's
at the
going to be
30th card.
bottom 1.
Anybody out there, if they guess 30? Hey, 29. So okay.
Oh, 30, 29, yeah.
You don't win a prize,
Now you have
folks.
to hope that you can deal a lot of damage with your Sif and Cold Case.
Wild 9 just
Yeah.
entertaining the viewers. Thanks for the content there, Wild 9. Appreciate it.
Alright, so NJO up 2-0 now.
2-0 with
All that's left is Mech Rogue to go through.
with some get wrecked rogue. So
Yeah, me and Saku were talking about it earlier. Rogue is just not it for me. You know, I run into it on ladder and I know I'm gonna lose right from turn 2.
game 3.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Dropping Pit Stop is all that you need for NJO, and you just have a nutty hand opener.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
And Wild 9
Alright.
going to keep the elemental.
Wild 9.
Everything else goes back, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I think you might be able to keep Cold Case here. No, you're right. You're right. Everything does have to go back just because you want to be able to clear their early boards. You're looking for like reverb and your damage spells.
And we got a decent start. It's yeah, I like that hand for Wild 9.
Yeah, and I really like this hand for NJO.
What hand?
Oh my goodness.
He's not going to have much of a hand next turn.
Yeah, I mean if he wants to play the oscillator, Sparkbot's really good. Or that specific Sparkbot. They're all named Sparkbot.
Reborn.
Yeah.
Wild 9 making
Reborn
sure none of that mech is going to stay on the board.
Yep.
NGO
Yep.
just.
And then he's just saving the combo for next turn.
Yep. And that's going to get ripped, I think. There you go. I was incorrect. Primordial Wave.
Primordial Wave is really good here.
That's a quick snatch, in my opinion.
Yeah. And if you don't, you just kind of lose. Unfortunately, it's how it works.
Then Wild 9 is not being wild. All right. This looks like a good... reverberations would be all right.
It would be okay, but I think you, from our point of view, you
Yeah.
have to just Primordial Wave here.
Yeah. It...
You have to hope that, like... You have to hope that either, as Wild 9, you can Forge here and try and top deck a damaging spell for 1, and that they don't have Magnetic, or if they do have Magnetic, you have the damaging spell. And then they are left with a nothing on board if you have the damaging spell, or they're left with a Reborn minion if you don't. So I think you just have to...
Oh, that's gross. Yeah. That's gross.
Oh my goodness. It's gross for both of them. That's still a mech. And
no,
that's 5/5.
Yeah, I feel bad for Wild 9. You're trying to get a mech off the board, and what happens? Hey, get mech'd.
Have another one. Yeah.
Out of all the cards in this game.
Yeah.
Choices.
I think Wild 9's hovering over that mech, just wondering.
Incredulous.
How lucky can you get?
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a good card, too, for a 3-cost card for a 5/5.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, but it's just like... it's just... you roll a mech as a mech deck.
Yep.
You know?
So,
It's
wisely takes that mech off the board. So, we're probably going to see a mothership kick out of here.
Or containment
unit. Right. I forgot about containment
unit. That is what I said early on.
That's right.
He's got containment unit in his rogue. So I think it's going to be unit, that, and then you're going to prep out or just play your gear shift. Or choose not to entirely. Because you do have another containment unit in your hand. That makes sense, because that's magnetic too. I feel bad for Wild 9. Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
You have to ping that and
then here we just play Voltron. Yeah. Trade our 4/4 and use the can't be targeted. Unless you want to use the ping and try and hit your opponent's 4/4. None of the above.
Wow. Forget all that, NJO said. No, don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Recycle your cards. Or 2 cards. That
Okay.
containment unit back in deck.
Fuckers guaranteed to hit the spider.
Yep. And for backup, they got Innie.
Yeah. Any summoning or copying your Ultron.
There we go.
Okay. Now Wild 9 can use that to ping. Just hope.
Can you reverberate something that's already been reverberated?
You can.
Would you? No.
It's as far as I'm aware, you can, yeah. Oof.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, just hitting them with all the high rolls.
It's a K.
One resilient minion after another.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Too bad.
That's not bad, yeah. Now you can buff it and trade into the taunt. or don't. Yeah, I'm very confused. I'm incredibly confused.
That's okay. That's why they play the game, and we're just casual watchers here. Oh, another containment. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Getting to see NGO do some stuff. Unmagnetized Rush.
Oh, that's gross.
That is 10 cards in Wild Nine's hand. Yep. So I'm going to burn a card.
Yeah, it's 10 in hand, and also just even returning
Oh,
the
stealth.
Eldari is
Oh,
just
that's
disgusting.
gross.
Yeah,
Okay.
stealthing your taunt minion. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Do you just infinitize
yeah.
and then hope for a brawl?
Infinitize and oh, did they concede,
Don't think so.
or is my game messing up?
No, I don't
It
think they
says waiting
concede.
for next game to start on my end.
Oh, okay, maybe Wild Nine did concede. He's
Okay.
just going through the motions, at least on my screen. So, looking at infinitize,
Okay, so
finds Deathborn,
as
Ice
long as
Barrier, and Element
Hearthstone will
Inspiration.
there we go. Now I can load in. Hearthstone decided to kick me from spectating.
So, thank you, Hearthstone.
All right, what did he get from Infinitize? Yeah.
Another chance. Cannibalize. Shadow Word Ruin to do it.
Cannibalize. Yeah, Shadow Word Ruin. Just hope that they can't really do anything with their cards in hand and that they don't get much damage.
Well, we could see.
Would you stop? Oh my god, Hearthstone just kicked me again.
So NGO played
Oh,
any
this is so lovely.
on the Mastermind, and now using Bone Spike on the 1/3. And Spider's gonna hide the freshly made Mastermind. So, and unfortunately for Wild Nine,
I'm gonna have to entirely relaunch Hearthstone.
yeah, it's okay. Inquisitive Creation came down
Or
with only
not,
4
because it
damage.
decides to load randomly.
It's just being facetious.
Okay, there we go. I can see now. Oh, but I can't see Wild Nine's hand.
Should be laughing. I'm sorry.
Hearthstone, hello?
Yeah. What are you trying to do? We're
It's
trying to cast a
okay.
mass here, man. Yeah, 5 damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can cast from Wild Nine's POV, and I'll cast from NJO's because I can't see Wild Nine's cards.
So Wild Nine is.
I love Hearthstone.
Yeah.
What did he play? What's that secret?
Secret was Ice Barrier that he got off of
Oh, so it's
Infinitize.
legal with
Yeah.
the cloak field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Found legal.
1.
21 guns.
And now it's a concede. So NGO with the sweep.
And there's yeah, 3-0.
And Wild Nine signing off. That's all good.
Hey, there we go.
See if NJO's got time for an
It
interview.
says that I'm still spectating Wild Nine.
Very good.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
NJO is going to be
Hearthstone, why?
just to create some drama.
I love having technical difficulties.
Wild Nine's joining us. Not Wild Nine, sorry. My bad. Nice Jewish Owl is joining us. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I was going to say Wild Nine reverse swept you, and you didn't know yet.
Yeah, wow, happened fast.
So
Happened in the blink of an eye.
that's right. So walk us through your ban process.
I like went to HS Replay, sorted by matchup, and said, "Huh, Mechrook seems to beat a few of my decks. I guess I'll ban it." It was between that and the Hunter in my mind because I was pretty confident against the Demon Hunter and the Mage with most of my decks. And I looked at the stats a little, and it's like, well, Hunter is a little worse into my Warlock than Rogue, so I guess I'll get rid of the Rogue.
Gotcha. Speaking of your rogue, what was the thought process behind including containment unit?
It was the deck that I had in my collection after we brought it to Trios last week.
All right.
Straightforward owl.
So,
The reason for a containment unit is it helps quite a bit against Control Warrior and probably a little against Warlock as well, neither of which ended up being relevant here. But like most ladder lists, I believe, are now running. I don't know about most ladder lists, but I've seen a lot with containment unit because it does help a lot into Warrior.
okay, that does make sense. So with your druid, why Ignis?
Time for
Like,
another
I haven't seen that on
straightforward
ladder.
owl
Anyone
moment.
being Ignis
I
personally.
opened up the druid class, and then I clicked on drum circle twice, and then I said complete my deck, and then I clicked the export button.
Oh,
So it was for our listeners out there or viewers, that's 5 steps from owl. Okay. Too funny.
I mean, if it works, it works.
As long as your
With
mouse
your
works,
Rainbow
that's about it.
Mage,
Yep.
let's cover all the bases. Why'd you choose Naga Mage specifically?
Because it's probably the only deck that I've been playing outside of matches. Like all of my ladder games have been Naga Mage for probably the past week. I think the deck is really, really good. I think it's probably the best deck in the game right now. It's kind of hard to play. I don't believe that I'm particularly good at it yet, but I kind of have the hang of it most of the time. And I also just really like playing it, so might as well.
Okay.
And you're going to throw people off.
Shaka, you got anything else?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Al kind of is going to be throwing people off by not bringing Warrior this week. So there's that too. So.
Rude.
Yeah. It's weird. Control Warrior is really good right now. I've barely played any Control Warrior.
He's
last week in Hero, I swept with Enrage Warrior. So
there you go, keeping everybody on their toes.
Just bring the warrior, but not the one they expect.
Exactly.
All right. Any final words before we let you go for the evening?
I mean, shout out to my team. Diamond's been great captain, making sure we all do our job when we need to, and that's about it.
There you go. Thanks again. Well, why am I'm like blanking out here? I see Wild 9 on the screen. That's probably what's going on. Thanks again, Nice Juice Owl. Appreciate you, and thanks for being on stream.
Have a good evening.
We appreciate it, and congrats on the win.
All right. So any final comments before we let the viewers go at the?
Yes, actually, I do for like the second week in a row. This is the first. Um, my final comment is, according to Nice Jewish Owl, best way to build a deck is click one card, maybe twice, and hit complete my deck.
Perfect. Just trying to scan the THL content hub, and I don't think there's anything on Salty Saturday right off the hop that I could see. But stay tuned on that. Salty Sunday. I'm messing up so badly tonight. It's just been that type of week, I guess. So Sunday doesn't have anything, any matches. So we do have 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern and a 9 p.m. Eastern time slot available for those that wish to play on stream for THL. Would be casted by Jolt C and by Hustle. There may be something on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with Azealia Akari, Bone Masher, and another guest. I just haven't seen anything recently this week, so don't be disappointed if you don't see anything. But
Here's a little secret. I'm going to announce it beforehand who at least one of the guests are. Me.
no,
For
that's a 50-50.
what's it
That's a
called?
50-50 guess,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
100% true.
So tomorrow at 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern time, I want to say.
Yep.
Yeah. I will be one of the guests on that show.
Well, very good. So you must be excited.
I am. I will keep the second guest a secret for
Perfect.
Bone Masher to reveal. However,
so that show is called Out of Your League. So focused on a little bit of small little tidbits of Hearthstone and but mostly the outside world. Yes, it does exist. The outside world does exist outside of Hearthstone. So.
I can't. I don't believe you.
Don't have to believe. It's okay.
All right.
But thanks everybody for joining us. Thank you, Righteous Jamies. Yeah, I got your name right tonight, so apologize to Nice Jewish Owl.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the next show tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.